in the eye.
Yeah.
It wasn't a low blow as
Let's
he
see if we
landed
can
the
give you a
body
clip.
kick.
Over there. Over there.
Okay, so
Over
You
there.
got to see the replay because
Damn.
last time.
oh no.
Oh my God, this looks like a bad
Horrible
one.
way to end the fight.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on.
Watch.
Oh,
I don't want
my
UFC to
goodness.
copyright me, so
Dear.
bear with me.
Oh man.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
I got a
Okay,
bad feeling.
Okay,
This does not
what I need
sound
you to do is
good.
I need you to relax. Relax. We'll breathe and relax and let the doctor take
We're going
a
to let
look,
this play
okay?
through. I can't show it to you, obviously.
Calm down for a second. Take a look.
Relax and breathe.
Oh,
Relax, relax
Ooh.
and breathe. The doctor needs to take a look at it.
All right, let's talk for a minute here.
Can you open your eyes best you can?
Sadly, I was watching the build-up content to this fight. This is Bilal Muhammad. That's how you pronounce his first name. His father had his store. He had a cell phone store looted during all the civil unrest and protests this last summer of 2020. So this was a huge fight for him, and for it to end the way it did via second round unintentional eye poke, it's horrific. Leon Edwards, by the way, has had a very rough near 2 years as well. First fight back in near 2 years. He was supposed to fight Chamaev. Oh. But COVID. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you the last year for Leon Edwards, or the last couple of years. So, remember he had won via unanimous decision in 2019. He was supposed to fight Woodley March the 21st of 2020. COVID restrictions, remember, COVID shut down about this time last year. Shut the country down, right?
Your weapons, so I don't know.
That's the only thing that troubles me for Leon.
Yeah.
Because he was warned.
Right.
He was
I don't
warned.
know, maybe it was the round before he was told.
Do you want to be a part of this?
His
Do you
fights
wanna
kept getting rescheduled because of
Just
COVID
leave
and
me alone
COVID
for a second.
recovery.
That eye is
It's
swollen.
okay. Tell them to relax. Do you want to come to the center?
Sure.
Okay. Come on. To the center. Come on.
Sorry, Bilal, brother.
Damn.
Sorry, brother. Ready? Come on.
No decision or no contest?
I'd like no contest.
Okay, no problem. Well, you just heard it there from Herb Dean, but we'll let
No
Joe
contest.
Martinez make it official in just a moment.
Did they revisit
And
it?
that eye is immediately
I hope his eye's all
swollen.
right.
That's one
Yeah.
of the worst cases I've ever seen. To
It's
be
all
fair.
red.
Gosh, I hate to see this for
Yeah.
both of these gentlemen.
Jeez.
Now for our official decision, brought to you by Godzilla vs. Kong. In theaters and on HBO Max March 31st, rated PG-13. Here's Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 18
Damn, that
seconds
shit
of
looked
round number
bad,
2 due
bro.
to an accidental eye poke to Muhammad. He cannot continue. Therefore, this main event has been declared a no decision.
Bad luck.
So a no contest.
It's not what we all wanted. To say that's a shame is beyond words. Certainly for Leon.
Well, take your time out. Like the
after all
video,
that work,
subscribe.
All that time away. For Bilal Muhammad, of course, he had a massive opportunity as well. It is just an absolute shame. Purely unintentional. And unfortunately, it's just the way it happens sometimes.
And they're trying to
very
fast track.
unfortunate for both of these guys, right? Because they both found themselves in this great spot. Leon trying to earn
Leon won
that
round one,
elusive
by the
title
way.
fight, and Bilal trying to put himself amongst the best welterweights in the world. And this is a very unsatisfying end to what was a fantastic night of fights. It was a great night of
Yeah,
fights.
no
night of fights.
8K
Tremendous night
cameras
of fights,
tonight,
some
ladies and
insane
gentlemen.
action, some incredible finishes.
Let's
What
listen to
did
the
he do?
post-fight
Rebook the
interview.
fight for a few weeks.
Well, that's certainly a big question, and obviously.
Yeah, really nothing really to talk about, so we're not going to be here too long. However, hopefully next week will provide us some better action. And then, of course, Ngannou versus Stipe 2, or excuse me, Stipe versus Ngannou 2 to close out the month for a month that has 2 UFC pay-per-views. That's kind of brutal. 16 for the year of 2021 overall. Of course, the welterweight 170-pound champion Kamaru Usman. He really wants to fight Jorge Masvidal again, and he wants to basically be like, all right, no excuses, there's no short notice. Kobe Covington wants his title shot. What's going on with that? Chimaev is saying that he's retiring, but ain't nobody really believing that shit. Ain't nobody really believing that shit. 170 is deep. 170 is deep. Ooh. And he went right down. You think that with the new Venom gear deal, that it's going to be some new gloves? They got to fix this. You know, how do they fix it? I saw some different glove, you know, where they have like flaps over them, or I don't know. How does that work? You know, some type of sports glove gear maker somewhere is going to come up with something that mixed martial arts can. Oh, wait, let's listen in. Please subscribe.
Feeling right now in the immediate aftermath of the fight being called a no contest after the eye poke?
First of all, obviously I apologize, but I didn't mean to do it, you know. I went for the cross head kick. He stepped into it, and I really apologize. But I rather a loss than that, you know. I'm just heartbroken. I don't know what to say.
You know, it's been a long journey to get back to where we are now, and to have that unfulfilling end to the fight, what do you look for next? You know, because nothing's answered. You're on the verge of a title fight.
Exactly. As soon as left the cage as the manager, what now? What do I do now, you know? I went in there, focused on my next chapter to be a world champion, you know, and I was heartbroken. It's been a long year and a half, and to come back to that is like...
You know, Leon, in the first round, you seem to be fighting pretty good. Did you feel any ring rust or anything at the start of the fight?
No, I don't believe in ring rust. I said that from the start, you know. I was just getting to the flow of it. The first round, it was all right. Second round, I was getting into my combinations, getting into what I was going to do next, you know. And so to have that taken away, like I said, it's heartbreaking. I'm disappointed. It's been a long year and a half, a lot of ups and downs, and then to come back to this is, I just don't know what to say.
Well, you know, it was completely accidental. We saw it. You know, there's nothing any of us are going to be able to say to make you feel better, but get some rest, kind of try to figure out the next path. And Leon Edwards, man, it was great to see you compete for as long as it lasted.
I know. Thank you. Good to be back. I felt great, you know. Like I said, I don't believe in ring rust. I went out there. I won the first round clearly, and I was wanting to show more, you know. I learned so much over the last year and a half that I wanted to show it, and to have that opportunity taken away from me, I'm just obviously accidental, but I'm just heartbroken.
Leon, once again, man, thank you so much for whatever performance you're able to give right there, and good luck in the future in figuring out what's going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Leon Rocky Edwards.
Thank you.
The return of Rocky does not go as planned for anyone involved. 29 years old, still a long way to go in his career. We're going to break this one down. We'll be back with our...
Been rough on UFC the last couple of months, from the Jan Sterling to, you know, Conor losing to, you know, Adesanya. A lot of people didn't think he was going to lose. You know, I kind of felt he was. Let's go break down the card real quick of what I watched of the card. Ige got the fight of he should have got the performance of the night, right? That $50 bonus, because he straight starched Gavin Tucker. Like, he ran right into, what was it, about 15 seconds or so. Ryan Spann also in the first round sparked out Misha. Angie Hill dominated Ashley Yoder in their rematch. And I've watched the rest of these, but really not really too much to mention. I fell asleep during the Davey Grant fight and the Jonathan Martinez fight. So we're going to be here next week for this card right here, UFC Fight Night Brunson versus Holland. Obviously, I'm making a commitment, you know, to cover UFC every week, or at least it's 52 weeks in a year. Let's say cover UFC 90% of the year. So let me get over to boxing and to watch this UFC post-fight press conference, if they even had one. and go from there. It's not really nothing to talk about. Sad ending to, you know, what could have been a great fight. Glad to see Leon Edwards returns. Hope that Bilal Muhammad's eye is okay and we see him back soon. I'm T Street Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.